My next guest is getting ready to make his Bellator debut at Bellator 279 against former featherweight title challenger Emmanuel Sanchez in a lightweight matchup, former UFC fighter Yancy Medeiros. Yancy, how's it going, man?
Can't complain, bro. Woke up on a beautiful island.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tough life, right?
Tough life, bro. Tough life. No room for complaint.
Yeah, definitely. And first things first, how has camp been so far? And how excited for you to be involved in Bellator's return to Hawaii?
I'm very excited. I haven't fought in Hawaii for 13 years. And this camp is actually, it's actually foreign for me because I've always been like this time right now. I'm always traveling, acclimating to the time or wherever the venues are because everything from Hawaii is far. And yeah, this camp here, I'm like waking up, like I'm not trying to look at my clock, like calling people. It's just there's no time difference. And I'm just like, oh, I don't need to really change anything around here. So camp has been challenging but smooth. Every day being uncomfortable and whatnot, but it's been real good. Like I love it. Like camp's always good, but being at home even better.
Yeah, and I was about to say, is it a little bit of a stress relief in terms of not having to worry about traveling and everything that comes with it?
Yeah, I mean, traveling, all that stuff that comes with the job, and yeah, it's way better though. I don't need to travel. Everything out of Hawaii is at least 5 hours the commute. Going to California. So, like I said, it was foreign, but it still feels not like it still feels natural. Like oh, I'm supposed to be here. I'm ready to show up. Like getting all this mana, catching all this sunlight. Like usually I gotta acclimate to whatever the weather is. This one is like nah. Time is good. Weather's great. Only room to perform now and do your best.
Yeah, definitely. And let's talk a little bit about your opponent, Emmanuel Sanchez, obviously a tough guy with a good skill set. What are your thoughts on the matchup overall?
Oh, solid guy, good man, good fighter, bro. No, I ain't title contention, like nothing taken lightly on him. He's ready to fight, bro. And if he's taking me lightly, great. That's on him. But I don't take this guy lightly. He trains at a good team. He has great coaches, good teammates, and yeah, he like I said, he's fought for the title, so he definitely knows what tough competition is. I never looked at Bellator as less of a fighter of a venue. Like he's coming. He's coming, but he's coming to my hometown, and I'm gonna give him all this aloha.
Right. And during your time in the UFC, a big part of your brand overall was paying homage to Hawaii. Does it make this fight camp a little bit more special knowing that you're making your Bellator debut there?
It just makes it everything. Ever since I was in UFC, like me, Max, all the Hawaii boys, they always tried to push to come back to Hawaii just to give back. I tell everybody that I've had people travel for me to Brazil and internationally, and we just want to we just wanted to give back and fight. And I'm so happy that Bellator has been doing this every year. And now, organically they pick me up, and I just it is what it is right now, and I'm meant to be where I'm meant to be. And I'm happy Scott Coker them giving me this opportunity to show them what's up and give back to the fans. Like I bought a bunch of tickets just to give to my friends, family, and fans. Like I'm making not trying to sell tickets to make more money. I'm just trying to sell tickets to give back. Like whole hair about, like everyone that's ever helped me throughout the years that from the beginning, I'm just like, come, please come here. Like, in that essence. And I'm just happy that I can give back and perform. Cause I always feel like I want to give back. Like when I first left Hawaii and the cameras was on me in Strikeforce, I was like, I belong here, bro. Hawaii is watching me. I'm about to show up. Like I literally was thinking that walking out, like, bro, this is me. Like this is my shit. Like, and now I'm like back in Hawaii, never fought in the Blaisdell. So that's something that's very exciting for me too. And I've always cornered, and I've always cornered people in the Blaisdell, but growing up in Hawaii, like fighting it, competing or doing something in the Blaisdell was like the biggest thing. And the last time I competed in the Blaisdell was wrestling for states back in early 2005. Like, so yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I'm happy.
Yeah, and having those friends and family there, does that add any extra motivation heading into this fight, I assume?
I mean, it's I'd say more mana, more ki, more chi. I just get more of that in me because I already feel that when I'm out of Hawaii. I feel everybody sending that to me. I feel it inside my soul, bro. And now, like, it's inevitable. Like, I felt that all the way over there, I guarantee gonna feel that when I'm here. I already feel it. Like everyone's calling me up. I'm like, hey, go talk to, I'm trying to push them to go talk to like my other family just so I can focus on my fight. But the support and the love and the law is so unreal here. Like it's overwhelming, Brian, but it's a wave I love to ride.
Definitely. And who's going to be cornering you for this one?
I just got my typical coaches like Rylan Lazares, Ivan Flores, and Mike Tololotu. My boy Nate's coming though, but he'll be watching on the side. He'll support me as much as he can, but he'll be there.
Awesome, man. And what are some things you're focusing on this year in terms of your development as a fighter? Are there any specific things you want to accomplish this year, or is it kind of just get better at every facet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a sense where it's like, I definitely feel I needed to work on my footwork. If you want to break things down and be detailed, I really wanted to work on my footwork and my head movement. There's a lot of things that I felt like injuries that stopped me from being the optimal me. And I felt like since my last competition last year, like that was something I was really grinding my gears. Like, hey, I need to get better at this. I need to really get back to the drawing board and break this down to like a science and because I feel good, but feeling good and performing good is two different things. And that's why like every camp I feel good, I feel great, but I look at my fights, I'm like, bro, I'm not performing like how I was supposed to. And I've just been grinding like that since that last loss. And I'm happy, bro. Bellator is going to give me this opportunity to show myself that what I'm working at is what I needed to work at to be the best Yancy.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I was about to say, I believe your last fight was in the UFC Apex, right?
Yep. Yes.
What was that whole experience like in terms of fighting without a raucous crowd and all that? And how pumped are you to get back in front of the fans?
For me, like I think I embrace the experience or whatever it is, and I make the best of it. So like when I was in Brazil, like I expected the countrymen to hate me, and I utilized that. I wasn't gonna be like, oh, F you. I'm like, yup, give me all of that because I'm gonna knock him out as best as I can. I didn't expect you to when I'm fighting over here, bro, it's like, oh, I gotta I guess control that, control that emotions and all that because it's so overwhelming and so much mana that I'm like, oh, I feel that when I'm gone. So at home, I'm like, well, I'm gonna feel this. I'm definitely gonna know teaching myself to control that so we can have a great fight, bro. It's at home. It's always great because like you got all this energy and all this support. I know, like and sometimes it'll make or break someone, and they give too much energy. You know what it is. So for me, it's more like, oh, I'm so stoked. Like the biggest thing is energy management. Like energy management. The best have the best energy management in all forms of athleticism and competition. Look at it. From fighting to football, the calmest, coolest, most the ones with the best clarity is the ones that are the best. Look, Tom Brady. You see him stressing. You know what I mean? He's calm, he's collective, and that's what I need to do. And having all this mana and aloha is going to make me do that on the 23rd.
Absolutely. And last question for me: what's your message to Bellator fans ahead of your debut?
Hey, Bellator, the fans, thank you for having me. I promise to give you guys a show and be the best Yancy Medeiros that I can be. The kid is coming back April 23rd. Thank you, Bellator. Thank you, Scott Coker. I'll see you soon, Emmanuel. We'll give these guys a show.
Awesome, man. Well, before we wrap things up here, I'll give you the floor to shout out any sponsors you may have, shout out your team and all that stuff, and let the fans know where they can find you on social media.
Oh, bet. You can find me on social media at Instagram, Yancy Medeiros, Twitter, Y Medeiros. If you want to communicate, I'm all about it. Come talk story. Thank you to my sponsors, Ruka, Delicious Healthcare. Oh, my God. All the teams that's helped me. You guys gonna get your thank yous when you see me. I'm sorry, Robert. It's too much to remember right now. The list will go on and on, but I appreciate everyone that's helped me, and I hope to show you guys. I hope to perpetuate that even more on the 23rd. This love and appreciation.
Awesome, man. Well, Yancy, it was great to meet you. Great to chat with you, and I'm sure we'll chat again soon. Thank you so much.
Hit me up anytime, brother.